going on, guys? Joe the Chocobo here, and welcome back to some more Sky Factory. So today, game plan is going to be, I'm going to actually delve a little bit more into refined storage. I want to get some of the stuff moved over, squared away, and put over in the other base. I also want to get that whole thing prepared. I also want to delve into crafters, because there is a thing within refined storage that allows you to craft things. We've never really... Actually, is that true? No, I don't think we ever did. In Applied Energistics 2, I don't think we ever truly made the crafting system work very well for us. So I'm going to try to get into that today. It didn't look too bad, so hopefully it goes well. I don't know. But I think refined storage is also a little bit simpler. It's not as crazy as Applied Energistics 2 system was with channels and all that stuff. It looks like you just need one controller, then from there everything else just kind of takes care of itself, which is kind of weird. So that will be the game plan, is we're going to try to get the refined storage stuff over there today. There are a couple of additional things that you guys should probably make note of here if you are following along, which is I do have some new things of essence being farmed up, fire, water. There might be a couple other ones, the dye seeds, but these guys I just made to prepare for future episodes as we get ready to get into those things. But that is also in play. The big thing here is that I can get clay now, which is pretty cool. I can also make sand and all that good stuff if I ever need to mass produce something. Also, you may notice that we no longer have the vacuum chests, and I have a whole lot of ender chests. I also made these item collectors. Item collectors, I think, are far superior to the vacuum chests. Don't understand what the point of using anything besides this thing is. It's basically like a vacuum hopper, but like really, really strong. You just attach it to a chest or whatever, and it just collects things. And it's not exactly a pulling system, from what I can tell. It looks like it kind of cheats and like warps them in. I'm not really sure how that works. But you can see right there, like it just eats it up and just throws it into the inventory. Don't know why that happens. Don't know how it works, but it does. So that is kind of helping out a little bit. But yeah, let's see. So anywho, let's get into today. Let's start getting everything sorted out. I do want to start migrating a lot of stuff, which means that we have to recreate a lot of different things here. So we're going to actually start off by recreating a lot of this basic junk here. And in order to do so, we need to make a lot of cores and all this other junk. And in order to make that happen, I'm going to actually go ahead and start creating the stuff that we need in order to start crafting through refined storage, which is something that we haven't done just yet. So here's to hoping it goes well. I think it'll go okay. I can't promise that, but I certainly would hope that it will go a-okay. But let me go ahead, rip that out there. And I'm going to just put this nice little happy set of cables here so we can create some extra stuff. So hold on, let me just quickly boop, boop, boop. All right. And I just want to extend that out just a little bit so I have a little bit more room to work with, stuff like that. This is going to look butt ugly, but again, not a permanent thing. All right, so crafting, right? So we have a crafting grid that allows us to use this interface. We can craft stuff directly from here in this, and it's very helpful and stuff. But if you actually want to craft things, you kind of need this thing called the crafter in here, and that will actually allow you to kind of request things to be made, but these require patterns, so I also need to make one of these pattern grids. I also am going to need some patterns themselves, but the patterns themselves are not too bad to make. It's usually the other stuff that needs a little bit more attention. So we're going to go ahead, kick it off with that. I am going to need all kinds of nonsense here, but we'll see how far we can get with what we have. I don't think it's going to be a whole lot, but hey, you never know. Might be pleasantly surprised. Do I have any advanced? I feel like I do have advanced processors because we made a whole bunch of diamond ones. So let's start off by making a pattern grid, as that will be fairly useful. I already have 2 improved processors. Good. Nope, that is not what I want to do. Let me see here. I'm going to need to make a construction and a destruction core. So let me make one of that, and then I'm going to need to make the other one. Destruction core. All right, destruction core. And I think that actually puts us in good position for this. Yeah, it does. All right, so we made that, and then now we just need to slap that together with a pattern, which we can do with relative ease. I am going to need a number of these patterns. I believe each thing can hold 9 of them, so we're going to go ahead and just hope that that's the way that works. But let me go ahead and make the pattern. Let me go ahead and slap these things together. Okay, cool. So now we have a pattern grid. So hypothetically, the way this should work is that this is kind of like that, except what it will do is it can actually say like, hey, I can, you know, throw items into here, and I can ask it to craft it for me if it's a little bit more complicated, or I can do auto crafting, stuff like that. And I can use the patterns kind of in order to make that happen. So I'm going to put the patterns in this slot. I don't have everything just yet, but let me see here. I'm going to need, so like, let's hypothetically say I need to make, let's do, no, printed silicon's a little bit too simple. Let's say I need to make an improved processor. So I need printed silicon, redstone, and a printed improved processor. Let me see if I can get those ingredients. So I'm gonna just take, I'll just take a stack of that. You know what, I'm just gonna take a whole lot of this stuff with me because chances are I'm going to need it anyways. So let me, and then I'll just type in the word processor perhaps, and that might make this whole process a little bit quicker, a little bit simpler. All right, so that is all out of the way. I'm gonna need some redstone, almost certainly, and I'm going to need other stuff too, but let's try to start this off for now. So let's say, again, improved processor, I need this gold thing. I don't have that, do I? No, I do. All right, so I'm gonna need to get the gold, redstone, and a printed silicon, so I think it's gonna be something like that. That, and this. And I can't make it. Okay, well, shucks. Perhaps, whoops, maybe it's not the right way. Nope. Well, it should be that it will work. I'm kind of confuzzled as to why it's not. Let me try to make one. Maybe I have to make a pilot one first before it will really take to it super well. So let's see here. Okay, improved processor made and done. Whoops, did not mean to do that. Let me, oh, we already have some. We already have some? Okay, I guess we already have some. And as I'm sure you guys can already tell, we are going to have some fun trying to figure this out because I am not at all familiar with this whatsoever. Oh, I need to, sorry. This is wrong thing. Hold on. I know, before anyone starts being like, Choco, you moron. Not yet. I know I'm a moron, but wait one hot second. This one's gonna be a little bit different. So I need to do, actually, I don't even know if I can do it this way. Can I do it this way? Oh, I can. All right, so this is gonna be not the encoding one. I need to use a different machine for that. But this one's gonna be just for shapeless crafting stuff, right? So this is gonna be things like, if you wanna make a crafting bench, you would use 4 wood. If you wanna make like sticks, you put 2 wood down, whatever. So that's what this is gonna be able to do. So let me just go ahead and say, let's make a destruction core one. Let me also, it's kind of nice that I could just do this. I didn't realize I could do that. So there's our construction and destruction core, which could be potentially pretty useful. I can't really think of other things off the top of my head. Perhaps we can do a little bit of upgrade creation this way. That would be pretty cool. Let's see, what else could we potentially want to make? We could certainly make something for the 1K storage, the 4K storage, and then 16, and then from there 64. We could, of course, there's nothing that prevents us from making this through the crafting grid, but it's supposed to be like automation, fancy stuff. So we're gonna go with that. We also are going to need, so I'm gonna need this thing. I need a storage housing thing. Let's go ahead and make one of those. And I believe with all that said and done, it should be kind of the basic things that we require. Basic things, basic things. So that should be all fine and dandy. Now I'm also, now that I have these, I need to actually make the crafter, which in retrospect I probably should have made first, but that's fine. So let's see, for the crafter we are short a construction and a destruction core, which will improve hopefully not too far from now. Let me, I know I have a hefty amount, there we go. It's like, I know I have a hefty amount of glowstone somewhere. All right, so there we go. The construction cores. Let me go ahead and make a crafter. And let's see if, oh, wait, I didn't make the thingamajigger. I need to make a machine casing. All right. So let me see if this plays out the way I think it will. So I'm gonna take this crafter, and I'm gonna slap it onto there. And then I'm gonna give it all these patterns. So you can see what, if you hold down crouch or shift or whatever, it's going to end up showing you what the different patterns are. So I'm just gonna put this in order. These guys, actually I should probably swap these in all honesty. So let's just swap these around. All right, I'm pretty content with that. It's not the greatest, it's not the worst, it's just kind of whatever. All right, so now that we have the crafter able to use these patterns, I should, in theory, yep, I can now craft up different things. So if I say, hey, I wanna make 10 of these cores, it's gonna go ahead, say, hey, these are the things you're gonna require. It's already taking them out, and it's going to start plugging along. So I should see right around here, yep, 10 destruction cores. Pretty cool. The one thing I'm going to need to, well, I don't need to, but the one thing I probably should do is I should also make a crafting monitor. This thing's going to let me see what is being made by the system, which is, of course, very useful. So I would probably like to have that. So whenever you're mass creating things, so let's say something goes wrong, this is going to be the way that I figure out what I screwed up is pretty much the way that's going to work. I also am going to need some more quartz enriched iron. So let me go ahead and just make an absolute buttload of this. Okay, that should be perfectly fine for now. Yeah, I let this run for a little bit. It's actually quite surprising how much stuff I actually end up generating. The chickens actually, whenever you start gathering the stuff from them, was surprisingly high. But either way, neither here nor there, I suppose. All right, so crafting monitor done. And again, the whole point of this is to, of course, just check to see what is going on and what is being made. So let me go ahead. I'm going to put this thing right at the end here. And I can just do that. So let's hypothetically say I'm going to now take, I have no idea where my destruction cores. Oh, because I already made destruction cores, so it probably doesn't want me to do that again. All right, so if I were to do construction cores and say, let's make 10 of those, I'm gonna go ahead, let that run. It's gonna show me, whoop, and it already finished. But it's gonna show me exactly like, hey, this is where you're at with all that nonsense. I guess it doesn't show unless you've already, yeah, I guess it doesn't really show you too much time because it just automatically can create these things. So I guess that's why it was really quick about doing so. And I already have 1K, so I can't do that anymore, which is fine. All right, so let me go ahead, move away from this for a hot second, and let's get into the processing pattern encoder. Now, this one is the one that I find to be, this will be the most valuable of the bunch, certainly. And what it's gonna do is this is gonna be the one that lets me say, hey, I want you to put something into an alloy smelter. I want you to put something into whatever the case may be. It's gonna be able to do those operations for me without me having to manually haul something over from one place to another. It just simplifies the whole process quite a bit, which is nice. So I'm gonna go ahead, throw that into there. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and make a pattern processing encoder, and I keep on making the same mistake. I need to make a couple patterns. I'm just gonna make a whole bunch because I will need a whole bunch. And then let's make one of these. All right, cool. Okay, so now that we have this bad boy, it should be the case that I'm just gonna throw that into here, and I'm gonna now I can now tell it hopefully how to do certain things, right? So I'm gonna go ahead, take 9 patterns, and then I believe it's going to end up, oh, I took all my gold ones. I took all my Goldilockses. I need my improved, there we go. All right, so let's say that I want to do a printed improved processor, and that, Maybe I have that switched up or something? Hold on, let me see. No, that's correct. It should be that yields this. Oh, it does work. Okay, cool. So if I do that, oh, Jeebus, hold on. This is wrong. This is bad. This is no longer good to us. So I am supposed to only the dadgummit. I'm only supposed to do this one at a time, I believe. Now, if, how odd. Okay. Kind of confused about this. Perhaps it's going to be something weird like that. I have no idea. All right, so let me go ahead. Let's try this. I have no idea if this will work or not, but let's hypothetically see if this will work. So if I take this pattern and I guess I put that into the crafter as well. When I say, hey, I want to make an improved processor, let's see if it does pop up. I need to take these out. I still have more, don't I? Yep. All right. So it does say I can make an improved processor. Let's see if it's telling the truth. I'm going to say we're going to make 3 of them. I am missing 3 improved processor, the little dude, so let's go ahead and throw them in. But let's see if this will work. If it does work, great. If not, then not so great. Okay, so... So we need, I guess, to do this then. So it doesn't seem to be working. Let me see if this will be the solution here. So maybe if I do it this way. So if I put it right next to it. So first off, am I still, let's cancel that. Let me see if this will let it work now. Let's see, I just want to make, because I have none in here, right? So if I make even 1, I'll know. Nope, that also does not work. Okay, so perhaps what I need to do... Oh, wait, you know what? No, wait, hold on. There is a correct facing thing for this. Let's see here. Nope, that's not going to be good. I really should invest in a wrench at this point. There's really no reason for me not to have made a wrench by now, but for whatever reason, I'm stubborn and I don't want to do it. Don't know why. Alright. So let's try this now. So I'm going to take this pattern, throw it into there. I'm going to take this solderer and I'm going to say, hey buddy, I need you to hold that. I'm going to organize my inventory a little bit here. Okay, let's try that one more time. Let's see. Oh, wait, hold on. Crafting monitor. Yep, you're empty and you're looking fine and dandy. Let's go ahead, see if it will craft this. Start. What about now? Yes, there we go. Okay, awesome. So now it knows, like, hey, I need to put this into the solderer and whatever else. Good. So that is working now. And then in turn, that feeds it back into the assist. Just kidding. No, I need to have a, what, an importer, question mark? Yeah, I need to have an importer in order to make that work. So let me go ahead and make an importer here. And I'm just going to theoretically import that, question mark. Huh, I really thought that would work. Maybe I have to, I don't think I have to attach that to an inventory, I wonder. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I thought an importer would work, perhaps not. So if I do perhaps, you see, that doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand how that works. In my head, that made a fair bit of sense. All right, whatever. So while I am kind of mulling that over in my head, I might as well make the rest of the patterns while I have this all ready to go, ready to rock and roll, so to speak. So let's go ahead and also go through and make the rest of these bad boys, shall we? So I want to also say advanced processing. I would like to make one of you. I guess I can just fill them in, which is kind of cool. So let me make that pattern right there. I'm also going to want a basic processor thing. Cool stuff. And is that it? Is that all we actually need? I think that might be. Obviously, I need to have something for smelting and stuff like that. But we'll see. Someone said that we need to put this on the bottom and it will work. I was kind of hoping that wouldn't be the case, but we'll see. Oh. Oh, dearie me. All right. So let me break this down. Actually, if I can, I'd like to make more cables, which shouldn't be too hard. Okay. So here is what we're going to do. I'm going to take this cable, I'm going to throw them in the back, and then we're just going to do that. That way we keep our connectivity and everything else. And then for this bad boy right here, I'm going to rip that out, put the importer right there, and that does feed it back into the system, hopefully. Yes. All right, cool. So it is now working and doing its thing. So let me go ahead and put the rest of these bad boys into here. That, of course, is going to interact with the solderer now. And let's also make ourselves a furnace. So I want to make the ultimate furnace, right? So this thing is going to be ridiculous if I can get it to work. So let me go ahead, do inferium furnace first, which is going to require me to do all manner of nonsense. So let me go ahead, just make an inferium block, take these, slap them together, bang. Then I'm going to take this, which obviously I'm going to require some prudentium and stuff like that. So I'm going to do this, make a whole stack of that, clear that out, make one prudentium block, make this, because I don't really need a whole lot of prudentium blocks and stuff like that. It's very unusual for me to need, actually. All right, and then let me go ahead, make a good number of you. I think that's actually exactly the number I need. No, I'm going to be one over. Close, but not quite. Did I? Dadgummit. All right, hold on. Okay, so let me go ahead and make one of those. All right, then we have that, and then we'll go on to the blues. I don't know if I have enough of these. Yep, I was assuming not. But thankfully, I have some supremium essence here, which I can break down some of. I just made way more than I bargained for. That's okay. Then we'll make one of these premium blocks, and then we're going to just take them, slap them together violently, get that. We're going to take some supremium essence, make that into a block, smack that together, get that. And then we need, oh geez, I need to make 4 of these things? Okay, so pattern time is what we're going to be doing, because I really, actually, I don't even know if that's going to save me all that much time, to be completely honest with you guys, but we're going to try it. We're going to try it just for the sake of science, really. So let's hypothetically say, I wonder if that would work, actually. That would be kind of useful. So if I want to make an inferium block, right? Well, first off, I need more patterns in here. All right, so I'm going to make an inferium block 1. I'm going to want to make one of these bad boys. I'm going to make one of these bad boys. I know this is kind of ridiculous seeming, but bear with me. Okay, and then we're going to need one of these. Because this is one of those cool things where I want to start getting into the habit of doing this. I just simply have not ever done this before, so I would like to get used to it, as it would, I think, be very useful going forward. All right, so I have 5. Unfortunately, that means I'm going to be 1 over. We do have an extra slot there, so I guess we'll be okay. But let's go ahead and do that. It is incredibly nice that this thing will... It's incredibly nice that this thing will accept this manner of operation, where I can just say like, hey, craft it, and then it'll just fill in everything. It's very handy. All right, and then let's say I want to make the ultimate furnace from here as well. I almost certainly do not have these items. Actually, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how many of these items I actually do have. So let's go to the crafting grid and let's see. What of these do I have? I have absolutely nothing. Excellent. Oh, these are supreme block. Actually, I can do that. I don't know why. I thought I needed 3. I thought I needed 4 ultimate or supreme furnaces, so that was a big mistake on my part. I'm also gonna need to kill Wither, which should be a-okay. Let me go grab some soul sandies. I bit my tongue. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's go and put this down in here. That's not right. Nope, come on, Choco, you can do this. All right. Let's see here, so something like that. And I did not take the Wither Skulls with me, dadgummit. All right, hold on, nobody move. I'm going to need some Wither faces. 1, 2, 3, very, very cool. And I'm gonna drop down into here. Boom, boom, and boom. And before they glitch through and kills things. I did upgrade my version, by the way. It didn't seem to have anything major that changed, so it shouldn't really affect anything at all. Oh, rip, the chickens are my... yeah. That was kind of bound to happen. Oh, well. Oh, well. Good thing I have diamond crop now. Okay, down it goes. Nothing too terrible here. And we get a little bit of extra goodies for efforts, I suppose. Let's go zip on over. Drop off our Nether Star, Supreme Essence, and a Crumb Star. Don't know why I still get Crumb Stars, but whatever. And just like that, we need these things. Let me see here. So I guess, really, I just need this one now, honestly. Which is kind of silly because I made the rest of it, but yeah, that's just that was not the greatest moment on my part. Let's go ahead and go back to refined storage. Make the crafter. That's a machine casing. That's a network transmitter. Hello? Oh, you know what? Hold on. There we go. I'm like. This is not all the stuff that you can make. Don't you lie to me, game. All right. And let me... Do they have connectivity like this? I think they do. Actually, get your butt out of here. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to just throw them in here, since I went through the trouble of making it in the first place, and the ultimate furnace can, I don't know, take a hike. So, they do connect this way. Cool. All right, so now that I have everything in here, let me think. I was in the midst of doing something. I think I needed 3 supremium blocks, right? So I can't type a number in, which is nice. Let's go ahead, do that. That's gonna be a really simple crafting thing. Can I actually put this pattern in here? Will it accept that? Oh, it will. Cool. All right, awesome. And then that should be an ultimate furnace. Neato. All right, cool beans. So let's say that I also want to do this on the flip side. I'm actually need to make another crafter. So I want to make one of you. And I'm also going to need... Hold on, let's do this bit by bit, step by step, shall we? So I'm going to want to take this ultimate furnace and have it work with this crafter here. So if I do this, then I'm also going to need to make another importer, sorry. Okay. That might not be aimed the right way. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Actually, here's a very odd question. Can I throw lava eggs into these things? No. I really wish that that worked. I really, really wish they could do that. That'd be really dope. All right. Let's see. So let's just take a stack of coal blocks, throw them into here. Oh, I'm like, what? What's going on? All right. I guess the importer has to work from the top. Does that make sense, guys? So if I... Actually, does the right do the same thing here? Yeah, it does. Guess it has to be... That seems strange. Oh well. I guess it's on the bottom, but it seems kind of odd. Here. Let's rip these. Whoop. Let's rip these out. And oh geez Louise. Or maybe it's the top. Maybe it is the top actually. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping it is the top. I get the feeling it's not, but I can dream. Oh, dadgummit, doesn't matter because it won't work that way. Can I stop ripping up seeds? All right, let's try this one more time. So furnace thingy, importer up there. Okay, that seems to be somewhat agreeable. I'm not entirely sure why, but it's agreeable. All right, and then just like that, throw a cable into that. Okay, cool. So that should work, and I just have to put some patterns into here. So, oh, we're getting there, guys. We are getting there. It's taken a while, but we are going to get there. All right, so I want to be able to say, hey, I want to make some of these little dudes on the fly. I want to make some of these little dudes on the fly. I want to make some of these little dudes on the fly. And we already know how to make the basic processors. I don't think there's anything else I need to do here. Do I? No, I think that's it. I think that's actually all I need to do, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so we take said patterns, throw them into said crafter, and let's see. Let's see if this does work the way I hope it will. I want to make... Gee whiz, I don't know, man. So let's look at our processor list here. I almost certainly am going to need more of these golden ones. So let's make 64 of these things. Okay. And then what I should be observing... it did not work. Because the crafter is going to be throwing in the items, right? That should work, I think. Maybe it has to be... I'm really hoping this is not the case. I guess it doesn't really impact me a whole lot, but I kind of was hoping that this would just work out for the way I wanted it to. So let me, for the time being, pretend. Actually, I'll just put this on the back, it'll be fine. Alright, so let me break that down. So I might need the top and the bottom. So the top would be the crafter, the bottom would be the output, right? So I need to put something. All right, so let's put the furnace here. And then break this down. And then let's do a crafter. You see, this is what happens when I learn new stuff, guys. It takes a little bit of trial and error. I don't know, I find this stuff kind of fun, to be honest with you. All right, and then the importer out the bottom. Okay, that is not pilfering stuff, which is a good sign. And then let's connect it this way, which is kind of shady. Does that work? Okay, so it didn't remember that I was crafting these things because I broke it out. Let's try this one more time. So 64, start. Oh, it is processing. Cool. Ah, and it's working. Awesome. Awesome. All right, so that is doing its thing. It is now crafting this stuff for us and crafting it at a rather quick rate, honestly. The importer is doing its thing. And let's see if this is actually going the way I want it to. Yep, there it goes, just kind of plugging along. Now here's the real test, right? So I'm gonna rip out the 64 printed improved processors, all right? So there's none in here at the moment, there's none in the system. Now if I say I want you to make one of these, it should be able to make it from start to finish, I believe. So it says, you see how it says like available, these are the things I currently have on hand, but these are the ones I have to actually craft. So let's see if that works. And I should see at the end of this that this guy is built. So we no longer have to do this by hand. Oh joy. All right, so this is cool. Because in theory, I should be able to make it build 64K storages, in theory. So let me see here. I have 3 more to go. Let's see if we can get this to actually take for us, and let's just see. Let's just see what happens. So I obviously have to make a whole bunch of stuff. I don't have all the different things and blah, blah, blah. Let's just see. Let's just see what ends up happening. So I'm looking to see 3 64Ks built by the end of it. And let's see if it actually does do any of these things whatsoever. And who knows? Maybe it will not work. I have no idea. It should be okay though. So we have, let's see, let's go through kind of the things here. We do have the patterns for those things. We have a whole bunch of useless patterns, Kappa. And then we have these guys, which are probably the more important things of anything. It will not actually be able to print silicon. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, I probably should learn how to do that, eh? So let's go ahead. Oh, you know what? Okay, hold on, that's all right. So I'm gonna need to do, we already have a basic processor, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do printed silicon. All right, so let's also make that pattern. And then this bad boy, I'm going to need to slap onto here. And let's see, does that enable things to work? It looks like we're hitching on something. What are we hitching on? All right, let me think here. We need, machine is in use. Okay. Is it doing things? Something's happening. Something's moving around. Oh, okay, there it goes. So right now it's printing silicon is what it's doing. Okay, okay, all right. Looking cool, looking good. So I guess these, okay, so right now it's working on these basic processors in order to clear out everything else. It needs to work on these basic processors. That's gonna run through, and then we should see that working, and I don't believe I'm gonna have an issue with silicon shortage, am I? No, I have 4K silicon. If we run out of silicon, I really screwed up. All right, so that's gonna run through, make the basic processors. That's taking a little bit longer than I would like for it to take. I wonder if we can put a speed upgrade on these things. I can't imagine why. I don't know what a speed upgrader would really do to it. Solarder is working on making those things. That's so cool. That's actually so neat. I'm a nerd. All right, so that's all doing its thing. I guess I can put speed upgrades everywhere. Heck, I can learn how to make speed upgrades. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and let's learn how to make speed upgrades, shall we? Pattern grid. Let's take half of you. I've never pressed that button before, I don't think. That was weird. Mildly terrifying. All right, so let's say I want to make some speed upgrades. Wait, did I learn how to make an upgrade? I think I have. Nope, no I have not. All right, you know what? Honestly, this junk, all worthless. Let's be serious. When's the next time I'm gonna use that? Like maybe when we are like full on out, ready to go, we'll do it, but right now, not really useful. So let me go ahead. I'm not gonna put you in there because that is gonna be a bad day. Oh no, we could put you in one of these chests. How about that? So I'm just going to take these patterns and throw them all into these, forget about them forever, start wondering where they went, and then everyone's going to start screaming at me being Choco, you're dumb, why didn't you think of it this way? Now we're just going to be under pressure. Alright, so... Upgrade. Speedies. Okay. Upgrade, I would like to make one of these. And then speedy upgrade, I'd like to make one of these. Wait! Will that work? Maybe the processing pattern actually works just as well as the pattern grid, because one of them is shapeless, right? So here, let me throw this in here. I don't know what will happen. I've made two of them, which is not helpful. Let's see, pattern for an upgrade. Let me remove that for a moment. Oh, for crying out loud, did it really use red stained glass? There are just some times whenever you just facepalm, because it's stupid. They say stupid things. It's dumb. All right, whatever. So, you need to be in a different thing. So speed upgrade needs to live here. Speed upgrade is going to be requiring me to do stuff with stuff. So let me see. Can I make a speed upgrade this way? So if I tell you to do this, I am missing sugar. Really? Okay, well, there you go. Have some sugar. All right, so let me see if this will work now. I actually have no idea what happens when you run activities parallel to one another. I have no clue what goes on. Oh, did it make my 64 already? Okay, yeah, it made me my extra 64Ks. Dang, all right, well, that happened. In retrospect, I probably should have just made the thing where it does this. But that's all right, we'll let it slide for now. We'll let it slide. All right, cool. So we're now able to make everything that we want, and it's just going to be all fine and dandy, and I'm pretty happy with that. I guess I can do this and it won't do that glass thing like it did last time, but oh well. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing, my friends. So I do have a speed upgrade now. Very, very cool. I am going to, I don't know. I don't really know what I guess I can throw into like an importer or something. I don't know what I'm really going to do with it. Like, can I throw it into a crafter? I can't. I don't know what it does. I guess I can put on the importer. I can put a stack upgrade in here is probably the right thing to do, but whatever. I'm just going to hold on to these upgrades just kind of for memory's sake, but cool. So 64K upgrades are in place. I mean, I might as well. You know what? Honestly, we've gone through the trouble now. I don't see why I wouldn't just make this an automated action. I really don't. And I threw it away. Great. All right, so let's go ahead and just put this into this crafter down here, and then I could theoretically make a 64K right from scratch. So yes, okay, so I could do this. So if I do this one more time, just to see if I can do it right. You just make that. And let's just see how long it takes and how arduous of an issue it is. I believe all the different components I actually have ready to go, so it shouldn't be too terribly bad. And I know I can check the crafting monitor. We'll do it one more time and we'll check the crafting monitor, because I saw that we have one storage casing that I don't actually have, or I have one storage casing left that it's using right now. But I don't know if I ever actually taught it how to make a storage casing, so we'll have to see how that all works out. But this is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. I understand what the hype train was about for these things. I have had it for a while now, and I'm just dumb, aren't I? No, it's not, I'm not yet. Or am I? Wait, I'm confused now. No, it's still going. It's still running. Okay, so it's currently in the state of creating these things. All right, so you know what? Let's just watch it here then, because I didn't realize how long that was going to take. Whoop, a little bit of lag there. So our basic processors. I wish that this part could be a little bit faster. I'm wondering if I put more solderers in there, if that will improve the operation significantly. But this is so slow. Like, I get that, you know, at the end of the day, it's not actually that slow. Like, I should be thankful that it's not. It could be much worse, but yeah, it would be nice if it could be a little bit faster than that, you know? Let's see. Okay, it's starting off with the advanced processors first, and then it should be going to the improved processors, and then it should be like mass producing the rest of it. There it goes down, ticking down. Go. This is so interesting that we have it. This is so mind-boggling to me that we are creating this without having to manually do so. It's just a very strange feeling to me. And oddly, and because I'm, you know, super cool this way, I guess, but like in my brain, the first thing I thought was I can make bone crooks this way. But I'm just like, why do I care about that? I don't know, man. My priorities are all messed up, but okay, cool. So it is able to make everything that we need. I should, in theory, be able to make this forever and ever and ever and ever, without any form of issue. I asked it to make the wrong one. So if I were to theoretically ask it to do another, it's gonna craft up the different parts. It does know how to make the storage disk. Very cool. So yeah, I can now do that pretty cool stuff. Of course, this does require me to actually have the necessary things to make it, right? So if I ran out of diamonds or something, I would need to accommodate for that. But that's why we have essences rolling in. There is one last thing I want to add into this whole system before we start. Like, we're like, yeah, we've done it. We have a proof that this works now, which is I need to make a seed reprocessor. Oh, gracious me. Okay, so seed reprocessor. Solium ingots are going to require me to take solium dust. Oh boy. Okay. Let's make one of these nerds. So soul dust is going to be soul stone, which is going to be this junk. So only take some of that. Now, solium ingots, as far as I can think, yeah, they're only really used for two things as far as I can think of, which is this bad boy and the dagger. I don't really think it justifies making all that stuff. Okay, let me go ahead and just throw this together real quick. All right. Inferium seed tier 2. I don't believe I have that. So let's make Inferium tier 1. I need to make some of this Prudentium. Throw that into the system. make that. All right, so we have the tier 2 now. And then I just need to take this thing, and I need to make some soul stone. Wait, no, I already did that. Keep on doing the same thing over and over again. Soul stone, which if I throw it into a furnace, so if I were just to, whoop, wrong thing. If I were to throw them into here, just insta-cooks them. That is not exactly the speediest thing. You guys are absolutely correct. That is not the speediest. So let's take some soul dust. Oh man, I need 9 of these ingots. I'm gonna need 9 of these, which means I'm gonna need 45 soul dust actually. So I'm gonna need way more of you. I'm gonna throw them into the furnace. Flames of Mordor. And then it should just be a simple thing of me taking these things of soulstone, cooking them up. Oh, there's my 40. Oh, 1 extra. Got 1 Randy. Okay, throw those into there. Oh. I swear, guys, I know what I'm doing, I promise. Wait, did I put it back in there? Dadgummit. All right. Let's take that. Soul dust. Make 9 of that. Throw this in turn into there. That's going to create the 9 ingots that I require to make a soulium ingot block. Then in turn make the soul seed reprocessor. Cool. All right, so now the thing is I need to make sure that this thing works the way that I want it to. And then I am truly in good shape. So currently right now our seed reprocessor, right, it goes through this hopper thing. I'll let it sit there for a long time and it just kind of slowly plods through and all this stuff. And I can have that continue working. That's not a big deal. But what I do want to have happen here instead, if I could, is I would like for this thing to actually kind of take all the seeds by itself, just kind of like automatically know what to do with seeds. So that is what our goal will be, is to get that going. So I need to have, actually this needs to be vertical, I think. Okay, so let's say that the seed reprocessor is right there. I'm going to say that the importer is going to be right there. And that's going to feed that back in. And then I'm going to just do this. And I'm going to say that it's going to export things. Let's say that I'm going to have the exporting thing sit up there. And then I'm going to just say, hey, I want you to look at my seeds. Let's do quartz, silicon, iron, gold, emerald. We already have quartz, right? Yeah. Let's do diamonds. Let's do dirt. I can choose 2 more. Redstone. I don't really think I need yellorium, but let's just say yellorium for now. And then if I take these, throw them into here. These should be the white-listed ones, if I'm not mistaken. And then, whoop. And you, sir, get to be banned. All right. And then just a chest, I suppose. We'll just do a regular old chest. So it shouldn't be too important what I use right here. That did not go the way I'd hoped. Huh. I really thought that would connect. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm not really sure how that's supposed to work now. Let's see. They have it backwards? Is that what I did? Oh, well, that certainly could be the reason why. Then maybe. Oh, hey. I think that actually worked out. Hey, there it goes. And then the real question is, let's take it from there. Hey, it works. Awesome. Cool, 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 cool. Now, by virtue of the fact that the reprocessor only works so fast, it will stand to reason that, you know, it doesn't make sense for me to give it speed upgrades here, because the reprocessor will go as fast as the reprocessor will go. But either way, really cool. Now, the real question here, and this is my main concernicus, is what happens when I take another seed reprocessor. Because I guess I could just shove it into one inventory and then have all the inventories just kind of play nice with each other. But I'm kind of interested to see what will happen if I do this. I'm assuming it has to be facing it. Rip. Okay. Interesting. So if I hypothetically, right, or take the seed reprocessor and do this, I guess I could just have like a whole bunch of them in sequence and they could just be running together. There's nothing that really prevents me from doing so. So let me go ahead, export. Okay. And then likewise, if I just do this, it should just indiscriminately just grab whatever it can and then just roll with it. And I just have to get another importer for that, and that should work. So cool. Whoop. I have no idea what I just did there. I could not tell you what I just did. So importer, let's make one of these. And just slap it onto the bottom there. That should be the case, and that's now leaking that all out. Yep, perfect. Awesome. So that is going to be good. So this is now doing reprocessing. So we could do seed reprocessing. And all that's going to really ultimately end up doing is that's just going to help us boost in terms of like what our conversion rate is, right? So it's going to help the productivity just a bit. Not a whole lot, but a bit. So in theory, I think that's about it for today. I think we're in pretty good striking distance. So the next episode should be about me setting up the refined storage system. The thing that I teased, I'm so sorry that it's taking so long, but I think that this is a pretty significant change. So what we'll do is we'll try to get the refined storage system organized and put over into the actual base area so we can really start to make that forever transition into the new base area, which should be a pretty good thing. But now that we know how things work, it should be a relatively quick and easy process to get this all set up. We could even make patterns to make the different parts. That certainly is possible. But I think we have pretty much everything that we need for right now. I can't really imagine what else I would really need right this second. So I guess to close this out, there's one last thing I did want to learn. So I wanted to learn how to do this. I want to make this into a pattern because it is annoying as butt cheeks that I have to do this every time. I'm sure you guys can agree with that sentiment because it has been a pain in my side and I want to be done with it. I want to just say it's over, it's done, we're good. All right, so it should be now that if I ever, oh no, but I can't. I don't know how that's gonna work. Now I think about it, I don't know how that happens. What do you do if you want to just make extra of something that you already have plenty of? Maybe you just can't. I actually never thought about that. It was one of those questions I never bothered to really ask in the future, in the past, because I just was like, I don't know what the point of that would be. Can you do that? I am confused. Because now I'm wondering if... I guess you just can't. I guess you just can't do it. I guess is what the logical conclusion would be. Is just you can't do it. You just have to wait for it to run out. And I suppose that's fair to some degree, right? Like I just shouldn't need to have to do that. Odd. All right. Anywho, so I suppose let's just kind of have that hanging out there. Man, that's a shame. I feel like there's a... I think there is a way for us to say like, hey, I want you to always have a certain amount there and ready to go. But what? I don't even know how I would do that, to be honest. Actually, maybe this is chat. Time to shine. What do you think? Do you guys happen to know? I do not know how to sync the interfaces. A detector. Detector? I do know that there's a detector. I thought that was for something different though. Okay, detector. Detector and craft on pulse. And the detector will be like, hey, you have so much of something. Is it really worth it? I guess it's not really all that worth, to be honest. Okay, so my understanding of this, as far as other people are explaining it, is you can have it so this auto crafting thing that we have here as a setting, I could turn that on, and I can have a detector basically tell me whether or not I have those conditions met, and it will create more if I need it. I don't, right this second, that doesn't sound that appealing to me, so I'm going to just go ahead and pass on that for now. But either way, pretty cool. This is a hot mess, though. Man, that's rough. That's rough. But the implication of this, by the way, is I can also bypass a lot of these, like auto compressor is kind of redundant now. Cobblestone, I will probably still want to keep the gen there. But this, you know, the hammers and compressing and the hammering and the compressing and the hammering, I can probably just make that so that's all non-existent, and that the heavy sieve just kind of does whatever it needs to do. I guess that's a possibility now. Simply because of the fact that I don't need to have these auto compressors and these things once I have refined storage running, because I can just tell it to say, hey, I guess at that point I would need a detector, but I would just be like, hey, if I need more compressed cobble or whatever, make sure to send some more compressed cobble into the system. Or I guess not compressed cobble, because that doesn't do anything. But if I need to make more compressed gravel, do so, and then so on and so forth. So we could see how that goes down. I think I can also just straight up make them from essences. So either way, I'm going to stop rambling. That's going to be the end of the episode, guys. I hope you all did enjoy. This was actually like a really good tech episode, which was good for me because this is one of those things I never really conquered. I was kind of always like, oh, this is going to be way too hard for me, but it's actually not that bad. It's actually pretty straightforward and simple. It's just like you take your crafters, you slap them onto a machine if you want them to work with a machine, and then you just have crafters hold your patterns. You just have this thing. Really, I don't even think you need this. I think you just probably need that. You're good to go. So, weird. I have this random chest still floating up here. Alright, well, either way, I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, consider leaving a like rating down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys next time. So take care, everybody, and ciao for now.